All right, welcome to Tippin Gymnasium, game number 2 tonight of our double championship this evening as Karns City gets set to take on Clarion-Limestone in our boys championship, already crowned Red Bank Valley a winner in the girls KSAC over Karns City 45-30. The player of the game in that one was Addison Bond of Red Bank Valley. And we are in the Carly Tire pregame show, part of Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops. And Dustin, you jumping in here. It was hard. I had to wrestle that headset away from Lexus.
I don't blame her. She's doing a heck of a job. It's been a blast to have her along. I mean, really and truly, over the last couple of years, the many folks that we've cycled through on various tasks within this. Tyler Oaks has been with us for a long time, but bringing Chase Steinman along and Nico Cosma as well. Of course, Nico Suave is what everybody knows him as, but Brett English joining us this year on the crew as well, and then Lexus getting the headset on for quite a few games this year. It's a lot of fun. We talk about it all the time, especially when we get to playoff time, how much fun it is for us to do this job. It's hard to even call it a job because of how fun it is. And we're glad to have so many additional people involved in the mix over the course of the last couple of years. And it just adds a lot of extra personalities to it as well.
It sure does. And we had the chance, too, to bring all of the all-conference players. Folks have a chance to see that. They did that with the volleyball in the fall, and they carried it into this, and I really like the fact that they did that.
Well, Mike, it's the same thing you and I talked about last night before the first game of our doubleheader in the semifinals was kudos to the athletic directors and any other administrators that are a part of the leadership group in the Keystone Shortway Athletic Conference. And I know all ADs are a part of it. I know that there is a subgroup of that group of athletic directors that really puts a ton of work in to these championship events, and yet another of the pieces of the puzzle when it comes to the KSAC championships that really makes this event a very, very special one.
And you can see tonight, too, it is packed in here at PennWest Clarion at Tippin Gymnasium. We're at John Calipari Court, and Dave Cadis coming over here. He's got more papers for us. Thank you, Mr. Cadis. And he's just making sure we know that starters are all the same as we saw the other night. And so we're getting ready to go here in this Carly Tire pregame show. Why don't we take a time out? We're going to come back. We'll talk about some players to watch. We have keys to the game to come up and talk more about this contest on the way. It's Clarion-Limestone, Karns City, the boys KSAC championship. And it's all here. Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops on the EYT Media Network.
Hey, Julie, nice deck. Did you get that at Tio Nesta Builder Supply?
It's Tio Nesta Builder Supply. And yes, Dave, I did.
Wonder if they sell siding and roofing at Tio Nesta Builder Supply.
It's Tio Nesta. And yes, Tio Nesta Builder Supply has that too. Come on, Dave. You've never been there? They have 2 showrooms for anything home improvement. Mom got a custom kitchen there. Bill down the street got the materials for his garage. They have this awesome website, www.tionestabuilders.us. You can buy online. They really have everything for the home.
Wow, I'm heading over to Tio Nesta. I know. Tio Nesta Builders.
Tio Nesta Builder Supply Home Improvement Center. Family owned and operated since 1958 with locations in Tio Nesta and Shippenville.
That sounds good. I'll check them out online at tionestabuilders.us.
Zockrell Motor Truck Sales in Clarion is an International Diamond Ed certified service department. As one of only 276 such shops in all of North America, you can be sure that when your medium or heavy-duty truck needs service, the job will be done correctly at Zockrell Motors. Our work is guaranteed nationwide at any international truck dealer, and our parts and service prices can't be beaten. Our technicians are factory trained and factory certified. Don't trust a shop that just thinks that they can make repairs. Come to Zockrell Motors Diamond Edge Certified Service Department. If it's maintenance you need, click ZockrellMotors.com or call us for a quote on those jobs too. Our prices are great. Best of all, you know the repair is done right and it's guaranteed. Get your truck service work done at Zockrell Motor Truck Sales, 2 miles north of exit 64 Interstate 80 in Clarion.
Want to cut your cooling costs this summer? With a highly efficient air conditioning system, you can save up to 50% in energy cost while enjoying more consistent temperatures throughout your home. Call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and AC at 814-226-8695 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this summer.
All right, back at Tippin Gymnasium. We're in the Carly Tire pregame show, part of Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops here on the EYT Media Network. Game number 2 tonight as Clarion-Limestone and Karns City get set to tackle each other here in this KSAC Championship Boys game. Red Bank Valley girls already a champion tonight. Of course, the District 9 playoffs kick off next week. We'll have a full schedule for you, too. But right now we're in that Carly Tire pregame show. We're going to look at, because we're going to talk about some key players and things like that, but I think that goes right along with what Dustin would talk about in the Gatesman's Auto Body keys to the game. And, you know, Dustin, when we look at these two teams, very familiar with each other through the season. Of course, Karns City getting a win last night over Clarion. But the big one last night was this Clarion-Limestone team taking on a Red Bank team that was undefeated in the regular season. And I'll tell you what, it was everything. They were down, they came back, and ended up a 10-point win.
Yeah, it was 2 games going in 2 different directions last night. The Karns City game ends up, it was 36-20 late in the second quarter. A 16-point lead for this Karns City Gremlins team. And then they scored just 4 points in the fourth quarter. You talk about holding on for a victory. That's holding on for a victory. 1 field goal and then 2 shots at the free throw line for Karns City to get those 4 points. That is holding on by the skin of your teeth type of victory for Karns City in the first game last night. And then Clarion-Limestone's down 32-29 going into the fourth quarter, and they end with a 19-6 advantage in quarter number 4, holding that Red Bank Valley offense, a very potent and strong offense, to just 6 points in that fourth quarter, a 3, a 2, and a free throw as well. So 2 different games that went 2 different directions. Late in the game, a Karns City team that had a big 10-point lead and held on with just a 4-point fourth quarter, and then a CL team that really kicked it in late. We talked in that CL game about the middle game, the middle 4 minutes, the 2 minutes at the end of the half, and the 2 minutes at the beginning of the second half. And Red Bank was up by 9, I think, with 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. They extend that lead. We might have seen a 20-25-point victory for Red Bank Valley in that one. But it ended up being CL chipping back, made it a close game to start the second half, and then the rest is history, as they say. But, yeah, big win for Clarion-Limestone there, and it sure tells you a lot about that AA bracket, doesn't it, Mike? With Red Bank as the 1 seed, Karns City the 3 seed, Clarion-Limestone the 4 seed. Well, that's a nice field of teams right there going into the District 9 playoffs. Yep, sure is, and we'll have to see how that plays out next week. And for this Clarion-Limestone team, too, they have won 12 of their last 13 ball games. And one loss, as you talked about last night, to Mercer, a game they led almost the whole way, should have won that ball game. And if you talk to Coach Patrick Craig, he would say it, too. You know, it's a game they should have had. It's crazy, 3-7 on January 5th after a loss to Johnsonburg. They were 3-6 after their lone loss to Karns City this season, 67-53 back on January 2nd. 3-7 at that point, and then you lose just the 1 game like you talked about. Yep. It's been a heck of a run for Clarion-Limestone. All right, let's take one more quick timeout, and we're going to come back, and we'll wrap up this pregame show as we get set for introductions here from Tippin Gymnasium. You're watching Laurel Clinic Hoops right here on EYT.
Locally owned and operated, Hager Paving of Strattonville provides a range of services: hot mix asphalt, cold patch asphalt, tar and chipping, and seal coating. Hager Paving's reputation in business is based on customer service, referrals, and your satisfaction. Serving residential, commercial, industrial, and local municipalities throughout Western Pennsylvania, exceptional service, exceptional quality. That's Hager Paving of Strattonville. Call 814-764-5080. That's 814-764-5080 for Hager Paving.
Located at 511 Main Street in Shippenville, All American Awards and Engraving is expanding to provide even better customer service with that personal small-town feel. From embroidery to engraving to screen printing to personalized gifts, All American Awards and Engraving is ready to help you make your organization, business, school team, or event stand out with All American Awards and Engraving's quality promotional products. Visit their showroom for apparel, trophy, and awards ideas at 511 Main Street, or visit their website at allamericanhq.com.
biggest risk to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIP.
All right, back at Tippin Gymnasium. We're going to be listening to Dave Kadis here.
I got to apologize to Dave Kadis because when we were talking about, all the new faces and different people, Lexus and the great job that she did on the girls' game, I forgot Dave Kadis, who's been with us all season.
It's easy to forget.
He's been great to have in football this year, and it's been wonderful to work with him through football and basketball season as well.
He comes up with words, too. He was letting everyone know it's slippity outside.
That means it's extra slippy.
Yeah.
If it's slippity, that's the definition of that.
All right, we're going to have our anthem coming up here momentarily. We have our singer ready to go. And
Clarion-Limestone in the dark colored jerseys.
Clarion-Limestone, our home team. Our away team. And the home team is Karns City. There we go. Yeah, light jerseys are the home, and that's what they got. Well, here we go. Here's all the bad stuff, and most of it's because of Brett and taking off his shirt last night. Although Brett did say they don't say anything about pants. So and here's the thing, Dustin. For him to say that, it's had to have happened.
Right. No, you're right. It's true.
Anyone not wearing a shirt will not be permitted to be in the
All right, so we're just about ready for the anthem here. And when we come back, we'll have our starting lineups all coming up. Boy, we had a lot of fun in the girls' game. I'm looking forward to this one. Should be a real good one between these two. And we'll go over as we get set now. Here's the official.
Contest are Roger Walter, Noah Jordan, and Terry Gleason. Now we ask you to please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Chloe Fritsch from Karns City. Gentlemen, we also ask you to kindly remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Chloe Fritsch.
Team introductions are brought to you by Janney Montgomery Scott here on EYT.
And now for the starting lineups. First for Clarion-Limestone. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 1, Jace Ferguson. At guard, a 5'10 freshman, number 23, Paul Craig. At guard, a 6'1 senior, number 24, Ty Rankin. At forward, a 6'4 senior, number 32, Jack Callan. And at guard, 6'1 senior, number 33, Jack Craig. Head coach Clarion-Limestone, Patrick Craig. And now the starting lineup for Karns City. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 1, Hobie Bartow. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 2, Tate Bailey. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 4, Luke Kramer. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 12, Jacob Callahan. And at forward, 6'6" junior, number 55, Shane Peters. Head coach Karns City is Zach Keppel.
Well, there we go. Some quick keys here,
everyone.
Dustin. You want to throw some in?
First key I'm going to throw at you here is actually just a stat. Karns City last night, Shane Peters, 13 rebounds, 8 of them offensive rebounds. If you're Karns City, you'll take that again. If you're Clarion-Limestone, that can happen. So the board's going to be an important piece of the puzzle tonight, as they always are. For Clarion-Limestone, whatever it was last night, whether it's the belief, the intensity that they played with, I thought they played a very physical game, which got Red Bank Valley off a little bit last night. Attitude, whatever it is, sense of urgency, whatever that was from Clarion-Limestone, you got to bring that again tonight. For Karns City, the inside-out game is going to be important as well. Shane Peters, Tate Bailey, those guys working it inside-outside going to be big as well. This isn't so much a key, but it's something that I want to watch tonight, and it's the freshman. You got Paul Craig for Clarion-Limestone. He starts for them. He had 5 points in the game. They were all in the fourth quarter, and a big fourth quarter for Clarion-Limestone last night. Cole Johnston comes off the bench for Karns City. He had 7 points in the game last night. A couple of freshmen we're going to be hearing from for the next few years, I think.
All right, here we go. Tip is now controlled by Karns City. First quarter sponsors, Kale's Kitchens. Here's Karns City with a Bartow driving into the lane, kicks it to Peters on the baseline. Shot on the way by Peters, no good. Rebound Ferguson. So quickly, you're going to see a quick game here tonight, up and down the court. Back, here's Craig, shot from the right side, no good. Ball tipped around. Oh, Rankin ripping that rebound down, gives it to Callan. Out it goes. Craig, three-pointer on the way, no good. Fight for the ball. And Jack Craig had it inside, picked up by Rankin. Kicks it back out to Callan. Right now, CL with the advantage on the boards. Callan up top. Shot on the way from Craig. Three-pointer, no good. Battling for that basketball, and who's going to rip it down but Kramer. I'd like to see you and Kramer in an arm wrestling match.
2.5 seconds.
And the shot doesn't go that time by Bailey on the drive. The putback does go.
Basket is good. Jacob Callahan.
And Callahan getting the first points here in the ball game.
Ferguson will pick up our first foul of the game. Near a minute in. I overestimated how long I could go in an arm wrestling. That 2.5 seconds is way off with him. I just want to make that clear before we move on in this game. Callahan makes it. The old-fashioned three-point play for our first points of the game, Mike.
Ferguson will work it across the timeline here. And now Craig with it. Callan controls. Jack Craig. Back to Callan. Down to the baseline to Rankin.
Karns City man defense here, content to allow the pass, not necessarily denying the pass here on this one. Very much a help defense, man defense.
Oh, ripped away. There's Kramer. Kramer there on the other end. Kramer with the layup, and it is good. Oh, Kramer can move. He's a big guy, but he could go.
Touch around the hoop as well to finish it off, and really the sense, the ball sense there as it was coming toward him to get in position to get that touch.
Ferguson with a shot from the right side. Gets CL on the board finally.
That's a nifty step-back move from the junior Ferguson.
Here's Bailey up top. Bartow driving. Dumps it to Peters. Peters shot. It is good. You get it to Peters, it's going to be automatic underneath there. He was our player of the game.
Yeah, and well-deserved. The rebound, 18 points, 13 rebounds in the game last night. He was working the ball inside. He was getting in good positioning. He was making a lot of little mid-range, more like 6-8 foot jumpers in that game as well. They were finding him open. He was knocking them down.
Rankin underneath, back out to Callan. Callan to the corner. Shot by Craig from the corner. The three-pointer no good. Rebound pulled down by Callahan. Here's Bartow. Bailey will work it. Bailey driving and slipped a bit. Now Bartow. Going to get a foul here. Someone got someone's hand there.
That's going to be an interesting matchup tonight inside there with Shane Peters and Jack Callan. It opened up at one point, just couldn't feed it from the wing. How often are they able to get it in there? Peters going to be able to knock down those shots.
Oh, Bailey three-pointer, and that was from over in Strattonville as he nails that one. I think that's what the governor might have said.
Karns City once again comes out the exact way they drew it up. A big 10-2 lead early.
A shot by Collins off the mark. Ball tipped away from Kramer, back up top to the right side. Here's Ferguson. Ferguson had the ball stripped away, though, again by Kramer. Kramer coming out with that, falls down, and we're going to have the travel called on Kramer. There's nothing you can do there, and that's what's hard about that call. It is a travel, but you can't fault Kramer for the hustle.
And for Clarion-Limestone, so after their first offensive possession where they did get a couple of offensive rebounds, it's been one and done pretty much for them the last couple. But the one thing that they are doing a good job of, maybe they're not in position to get the board, but the quick hands after the rebound is, just as good as getting that offensive board.
Student sections are right into this one. Callan up top to Ferguson. Ferguson over to Craig. Craig, Jack working it. Out to Paul.
Already nearing that midpoint of quarter one.
Paul, the freshman. Callan on the baseline, fakes. Up top, Jack Craig, three-pointer on the way, no good. Rankin with the rebound. Boy, Rankin's done well. Takes it right up strong, and it's off the mark, no good. Rebound, Peters.
And you saw it right there, the attempt by Paul Craig to try to swat the basketball away. Had to be a point of emphasis with this Clarion-Limestone team and a way to try to get some of those boards or steal a few.
Kramer's three-pointer's off the mark. Here comes Clarion-Limestone. They trail 10-2. Shot taken by Ferguson in the paint is no good. Craig with the putback, and a foul's going to be called, and Craig will get up to the line, Callan will get up to the line to shoot a couple here, and we're going to have a media timeout.
55 for Karns City, Shane Peters.
So we'll take a break here, 3:25 to go here in the first quarter, 10-2, our score, Karns City. And you're watching Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops. It's the KSAC Championships on the EYT Media Network.
Our focus has always been on you at Clarion County Community Bank. So let's talk about your needs of today and your plans for tomorrow. Let's talk if you're looking to update your home, expand your business, finance equipment, or establish a line of credit. Let's talk about making your dreams a reality at any one of our 4 locations in Clarion, New Bethlehem, Reimersburg, and Franklin. Clarion County Community Bank. There is a difference.
Welcome to 12 Series, a veteran-owned and operated company. Want to stand out amongst the crowd? This is the brand for you. They have apparel that ranges from cardio tanks and hoodies to sweat noggin covers. The apparel isn't just designed for the gym, it's designed for everyday life. Whether at work, the range, or at a family outing, 12 Series will turn heads. Find and like 12 Series on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, we have the media timeout. 3:25 to go here in quarter number 1. An 8-point lead for KC, and up at the line will be Callan.
One of the things for Clarion-Limestone offensively, now they were able to get an offensive board and Callan able to fight his way inside, but the length of this Karns City team, even a guy like Jacob Callahan, who stands at 6'2", but he's just so long in the arms that makes him so difficult to shoot around. Not on this possession, but the previous one for Callan. He had a jumper, a 15-foot jumper that he can knock down, but Callahan closing out quick and long, and it makes it a very difficult shot for him. And he decides to continue to swing the ball around. Second shot on the way from Callan, misses.
And rebounded underneath by Callahan. So here we go. Bailey with the ball. 7-point lead for Karns City here in the first. Not a lot of stoppages here in this first quarter. Ball to Callahan. He'll take that shot. Fade away. No good. Goes out of bounds. Clarion-Limestone. Oh, it's saved before it comes down. Now we get a scrum for it. Kramer. Who's going to get it? It's Craig. All the way down to Kemmer. And Kemmer on the other end with the layup. Good.
Sometimes those are the hardest ones all the time in the world to lay that basketball up and in, but Kemmer did a good job of composing himself and getting the bucket. Yeah.
Ball up top. Kemmer, or excuse me, that's a Kramer driving. And he went right in on Callan. Put back by Peters, though, is good. Peters, big time inside.
Peters.
You kind of saw Callan when he saw Kramer coming around the outside. His eyes got big because Kramer was just coming. Sawicki in there, too, here for the Lions. Back to Sawicki. Kemmer takes that shot from the baseline. No good. Rebound Ferguson. Put back by Ferguson is no good. That ball tipped and tipped and tipped, and who's going to get it? It's Callan. And we have a foul called inside.
That's going to go against Kramer, I think. No, they're going to go Callan on this one, and it will be on Clarion-Limestone.
The official, he was right there. Tough to see as they were battling for that ball. Minute 59.
Clarion-Limestone. And a full court press here.
Callahan loses it. Fight for it. And foul's going to be called.
And it will be on Callan.
Wow, that's going to be 2 on him quickly. They're going to have to bring Rankin back in here. Not good for the Lions.
Team foul number 4.
Looks eerily similar to last night's game. Ball tipped out of bounds and stays with Karns City. That's a tough one there. Callan going to the floor, playing that one aggressively, and the officials deeming that he came across the body with just a little bit too much contact there before getting to the basketball. That's usually what they're going to look for. Did you get body first or did you get basketball first?
Peters took it up strong with the ball swatted away. Here's Sawicki on the other end. Sawicki puts up that shot. Good job by Sawicki.
Jesse Sawicki.
Clarion-Limestone looking to push just like they did last night.
12-7, they're down by 5. And we have a foul up top.
Foul shot number 4, Jesse Sawicki. His first.
That's the 5th.
That's 5, and that's going to put Karns City up at the line. Bailey up there. Not who you really want at the free throw line.
Tate Bailey at the line for Karns City.
Shot is good.
Bailey had 13 last night.
40. Cohen Kemmer.
Here's Bailey again. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College, our free throw sponsor. It's off the mark, and the ball is going to be tipped out of bounds. Touching it down there was Craig Blast. It says Karns City ball. Bartow to take it up. Into Callahan. Bailey wanted that 3, didn't take it. Instead, in the lane, puts up that shot, banks it home. Nice job by Bailey in the paint.
That's a beautiful step through right there, isn't it? The up and under, fakes up, gets underneath the arm. Some fans calling for a travel, but that's a nifty move there from Tate Bailey. He has 6. Under a minute to play in quarter 1.
Sawicki to Craig. Jack Craig with it here. Sawicki controls. 50 seconds to go here in the quarter. 15-7 Karns City.
Karns City had jumped out to a 10-2 lead. Jumped out to a big lead last night, too. We talked about a 16-point lead in the second quarter, but it was everything going their way in the first 4 or 5 minutes of that one.
Here's Kemmer. Back to Sawicki. Seen this before. Karns City letting Limestone work that ball around. Ferguson takes that shot. It's off. Callahan with the rebound. So 23 seconds. We'll see if Karns City plays for a last shot.
And Karns City playing that sagging kind of man defense there, content to give you the pass.
Oh, Bailey took it up really high to get that over top of Ferguson.
Saw that a couple times this quarter where they just isolate and get a bunch of people over to one side, give Bailey an opportunity to decide what he wants to do.
Ferguson shot at the buzzer, no good, so 17-7 as we go to quarter number 2. And you're watching Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops. They're all here. KSAC Championships on EYT.
Brookville Equipment's always been well known in the community as a great local employer.
Very family-oriented company.
Brookville has a really great benefits plan here.
We're pretty diverse in what we do, from mining to streetcars to locomotives.
We're helping the infrastructure of the country.
Medical insurance, dental, vision, competitive wages, paid time off.
It's an opportunity. It's something that you can enjoy doing.
And you can apply right through our website.
There we go. Over there, the Clarion men's basketball team over there from the college. Enjoying the ball game here. They had a tough one today against Slippery Rock. Dropped at, 100 to 81? Or
Gannon today.
Gannon.
They were up in Erie today.
That was up in Erie.
Yep.
But they're here enjoying. So the coach is kind of looking too and seeing who are the seniors down there.
Yeah. And maybe a junior or two.
Yeah, you never know. Second quarter sponsor is Bauer Wagner Properties. Check out their new Airbnb.
Got a couple of freshmen now out on the floor. Of course, Craig for Clarion-Limestone started the game. Johnson now out on the floor. That's Cole Johnson. Karns City.
Foul's going to be called before the shot here. So no free throws.
Jacob Callahan's first. And of course, if you are just watching your first high school basketball game of the season, reset the fouls at the end of each quarter. 5 fouls gets you 2 shots. And again, Kramer picks a pocket. That's the second time we've seen his quick hands get a steal.
He lost the ball out of bounds. You'll see Coach Keppel kind of look at him and go, get it to a guard. But he can move.
Yeah, you know, Coach Keppel loves having Kramer out there on the floor and everything that he does for him. But it is funny to see some of the reactions and interactions between those two guys. You can tell they've been around each other for quite a while now, and just sometimes get that shake the head, put the head down for a moment, then all right, let's go type of reaction from Coach Keppel.
Craig spins around, shot off the back of the rim, no good. Battle inside for the ball. And they're going to call the jump ball, I believe. And it will go to Karns City.
Held ball possession.
The Land Pro possession arrow.
Yep, sorry about that, Mike. Clarion-Limestone went to this 1-2, 1-1, 1-2-2 pressure. Here comes Jace.
We're all right there. We saved the computer. We're still on.
We are. We're still streaming. Yeah.
Yep. Ferguson came through there. Here's the drive. Bailey, turnaround shot, no good. Fight for the ball underneath, and coming down with it is Craig. Here's Craig to Ferguson. Now back to Craig, Jack Craig. Shots off the mark, tipped out. Callahan has it. Now it's a foot race to the other end. Here's Callahan going up, and he's going to be fouled.
And I think, you know, that's the one result if you're Karns City and Coach Keppel that you are content with in that situation. Callahan going on the fast break. He did not have the numbers. It was really, in essence, a 1-on-2, 1-on-3 for Callahan there. And in that situation, you simply want your guy to go strong to the hoop, beat everybody there, and hopefully draw a foul. And that's exactly what Callahan was able to do, and he makes the first.
Just going to say the big question is when is Callan going to come back in? And here he comes now with about 2 minutes gone in the quarter.
Feels like the same story as last night.
Yeah.
It's the exact same story, I believe, except he went out at the 4-minute mark in the first quarter. I think it was around the 3 or 2 minute mark this time. Callahan makes the second. Callahan's at 5 now. It's Bailey leading all scorers with 8 and a 12-point lead for the Gremlins.
Craig hands that off to Craig. Paul Craig over to Kemmer. Lost it in the paint. Who's going to come out? It's Bartow. Bartow ahead to Callahan. Callahan into Johnston. Johnston back out. Bartow. Bartow fakes. Up top to Bailey. Bailey, deep three-pointer. Oh, my goodness, was that deep. All the way from the park in downtown Clarion. He nailed that one.
It took a little while for Bailey to get going last night. He had 3 points in the first quarter. He had another 3 about midway through the second quarter. Tonight he's at 11, just 2.5 minutes into quarter 2, Mike.
Callen with the three-pointer on the other end, and Callen says, why not me?
Anything you can do, I can do better. That's a nice answer for Clarion-Limestone.
Yep, they're down by 12 here. They're going to have to start together some runs here. Bartow lost that ball, goes out of bounds, and it goes to Clarion-Limestone.
Good work from the freshman, Paul Craig, making him work. He was real close to getting a 5-second call on him, too. You know, that's a judgment call in those situations, whether he's heading to the hoop or not, if he's trying to get somewhere with the dribble. And they were counting him. He was pretty close to getting the 5-second call, but he was able to force a turnover.
Ball into Callen. Callen has it ripped away by Johnston. And then a foul called on Rankin. 4:55 to go here in the second. 22-10. Karns City will have the ball.
Just a second team foul. Whistled against Clarion-Limestone. It's Rankin's second. You have 2 on Rankin, 2 on Callen. Sawicki will check in for Rankin. Unofficially, 1 foul apiece. Callahan and Peters for Karns City.
Full court pressure here. They pass out of that, and I like it. That's how you do it. The ball's going to be kicked in the paint. It wasn't seen. Drive to the hoop. The shot's off the mark. Peters rebound. Peters puts it up. He's going to be fouled. Now the question is it Callen or someone behind him? And they're going to call that foul on Ferguson.
It is foul number 2 on Clarion-Limestone's Jace Ferguson. 3 team fouls.
Peters up at the line here. First shot good by Peters. One thing about the big guys here for Karns City, they can really, they shoot well, they can run the ball. Oh, we got some blood on Callahan, so they're going to get that wiped up. That's what we said a long time ago. We were talking about this earlier in the season, and we wouldn't have thought anything of it. We just would have kept on going. But now, of course, with player safety, it's better. They're going to get that cleaned up. Second shot, no good. Kramer rebound, put back by Kramer, though, is good.
Luke Kramer.
That is not an easy shot to make, folks. That is takes some touch to get that one. A 30-second timeout taken by the Lions.
And the Lions are going to use that here, too. They're down by 15 and want to kind of stop the bleeding here. And the other way we're going to say. And just taking a look here. All right, I'm not sure what I'm looking at there.
25-10 is the lead for.
Oh, okay. And I got to get our timeout sponsor into Gatesman Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning. 782-3280. 782-3280.
Mike, 11 points out of Tate Bailey leads the way at this point for all scores. Jack Callen has the 3 and a free throw to lead Clarion-Limestone with 4, 2 fouls apiece on Ferguson, Rankin, and Callen for Clarion-Limestone. Very physical, very aggressive defensively. There, you get a rebound, they're going to try to swat at the basketball. And at times, that's going to create some fouls, and they've picked them up pretty quickly in this one.
Callen with the fake. Kicks it out here to Paul Craig. Try Paul Craig, and the charge is going to be called on Paul Craig. So he goes right through Bartow. So the offensive foul.
I had my eyes on the inside there, not on the perimeter, Mike. And Bartow read Paul's move very, very well. He knew exactly where he was heading. Bartow got to the spot and got to it quickly. He's able to make the great defensive play.
Bartow in the paint to Johnston, kicks it back out. Bailey down to the corner. Bartow shot from the corner, three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Johnston. No, it's going to be Ferguson, but right into Kramer. Kramer will take the 3. And how about the big guy Kramer nailing the three-pointer? 28-10, Karns City by 18 points.
Kramer had a 3 in the second quarter last night as well. He can shoot from the inside. He can body up in there, make some moves, and he can also knock one down from the perimeter. Has some great touch.
Sawicki. Hands that to Ferguson. Back out, Craig with a shot, the three-pointer, no good. Ball tipped again to Callen. Callen take a dribble, takes it up strong. He's going to be fouled by Kramer here.
That's what I was talking about a little bit earlier there. As you saw Kramer, he aggressively went for the basketball again. It's worked well for him. We have a timeout on the floor.
It is the media timeout. We'll break here, 3:15 to go. Here with the second, 28-10 Karns City over Clarion-Limestone. It's the boys KSAC Championship Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops on EYT.
Dubrook, a division of M&B Group, is your trusted local ready-mix supplier for residential and commercial projects. Dubrook provides a full line of decorative concrete, as well as concrete supplies, along with a variety of concrete tools and accessories. Dubrook can provide services large or small for residential and commercial projects to contractors or homeowners. Dubrook is here to provide you with options and ideas to make planning your next project simple. Let Dubrook help you with the supplies you need to get the job done. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities with plants in Clarion, Du Bois, St. Mary's, Butler, Evans City, Bradford, and Meadville. Call 1-844-382-7665.
Right back to action. We're going to have Callen shooting. We got an update.
Yeah, AML title game going on. KSAC isn't the only one that does say semifinal and championship this weekend. The Allegheny Mountain League at St. Mary's High School tonight. It's Johnsonburg 31, Elk County Catholic 21. That's in the third quarter.
That's interesting.
Yes, it is. Callen makes the first at the free throw line. Kramer picked up his first. It's the second team foul in this quarter on Karns City.
Second shot off the mark. She's 2 of 4 from the free throw line, is Callen. But he's got 5 points in the ball game. 28-11, Bailey in the corner. Down to Peters, back out. Bailey, three-pointer on the way by Bailey. And oh my goodness, is Bailey. He's locking fire. He's on tonight.
That's three-point field goals for Tate Bailey, 14 points in all, and a 20-point advantage for the Gremlins.
Here's Craig. Has the ball almost taken away, and then he's going to be tripped up. If they call it on Bartow, it really was. That was a tough one.
And keep an eye on Bartow there, too, because as he was getting up, the ankle, left ankle was pinned awkwardly, very awkwardly underneath him.
Checking in is Ritzert.
Substation Karns City, number 0, Colson Ritzert.
He's a 6'2 senior. Swing player, guard forward there for Karns City.
Ball bounced in. Craig with a long shot from the left side. No good. Rebound by Kramer.
There was no chance anybody else. I was going to have to take a crazy carom off the iron there. Kramer had him sealed.
31-11 Karns City. Shot by Peters. No good. Rebound is by Ferguson.
That was a beautiful pick and roll there, and it came wide open to Peters. The touch just didn't connect.
Ball goes out of bounds. Back to Karns City.
And the little things that were working in Clarion-Limestone's favor. When they went to the full court press at the start of the second half last night, it forced a couple of turnovers. It made Red Bank Valley get out of the flow of their offense even when they did break the press. Just isn't happening tonight for Clarion-Limestone. In addition, getting in transition and getting some transition buckets last night, just not connecting, missing by little bits, just like you saw there on that pass.
Bailey takes that shot, almost banked it home. And the rebound is by Rankin. I like Rankin's work on the boards.
If that one goes near Clarion-Limestone, you just got to put the hands up and say, what do you got to do?
Well, what you got to do is get Ferguson to do that. And he flies down the court, takes it right to the hole, gets the points.
Yeah, Clarion-Limestone needed that one right there. Somebody just to step up and say, I'm going to get us points.
Peters fouled. Shot doesn't go. Peters will go up to the line, looking to add to his 5 in the ball game.
Number 24, Ty Rankin, his third.
And interestingly enough, with as much time as Shane Peters finds himself in the paint.
Shane Peters at the line for Karns City, who have 2 shots.
Only one time at the free throw line last night, and he missed it 0 for 1. He's at the line tonight for the second time. He split the first, and he makes the first this time.
Peters at the line again. Here's the shot on the way, and that's off the front of the rim. No good. There's Ferguson. Ferguson in the lane. Ferguson kicks it up top. Jack Craig step back, 3 on the way. Good by Jack Craig.
Jack Craig for
Jack's
3.
first bucket of the game, first points of the game.
CL down by 16 now. They're getting a few points back here.
And Mike, you're now in that final 2 minutes of this half and first 2 minutes of that second half. You got to look at this as a little game and say, if we can get it back to 14, whatever, 12 at the half and keep it somewhere in that ballpark, we can make a little run to start the second half and make something happen.
Oh, Johnston almost got it to go. Here we go. Here's Kemmer on the break for CL. Back, Ferguson, baseline, shakes that shot. It's off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ritzert. And a foul's going to be called here on Craig, I believe.
Ferguson was looking for some contact there or something.
To go with the held ball.
And it will stay Clarion-Limestone basketball, but Ferguson kind of short-armed that jumper that time. I don't know if he was expecting a little bit of contact to flow into him there.
Right into Callan, but he misses that shot. Kemmer, though, gets it back, and Kemmer gets the points. How about 4 for Kemmer now?
And the shots are starting to fall for Clarion-Limestone. It wasn't that they were without good looks. They had a couple of open looks from the perimeter early in this quarter. When Karns City opened up the big lead, it was a 20-point lead at one point. Back down to 14.
Bailey down to Johnston.
7-1 run at this point for Clarion-Limestone.
To 15 seconds. Baseline, Callahan gets the basket.
Great backdoor cut from Callahan, and that's the what Bailey does for you because he draws a lot of defenders in.
Callan with the three-pointer at the buzzer gets it to go. So Callan with a couple three-pointers, and it makes it 30.
Clarion Forest VNA believes the emotional and physical well-being of a patient is enhanced by the patient receiving care in the familiar surroundings of home. Their staff of caring professionals work closely with physicians to administer quality care to meet the needs of each individual. As a pioneer in home health care in Clarion and Forest County, Clarion Forest VNA continue to grow to meet the community's need for in-home care, offering many different services and programs to meet the patient's need. Clarion Forest VNA, located at 271 Perkins Road in Clarion. Call us toll-free at 1-800-262-2118.
Oaks Building Supply is dedicated to providing quality building products to the community. You will always find what you need for your home improvement project and get great advice on how to do the job at Oaks Building Supply. Customer satisfaction is a top priority. Oaks Building Supply, for all your building and lumber supply needs. Located on Route 66 in Lucinda.
so much to protect each day. Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
I chose MPRC because it was great to have a local, affordable option here in northwestern Pennsylvania. I live in this community and I wanted to stay in this community.
Learn more at discovernprc.org.
Good job. There they are, the Clarion-Limestone.
Well, there we go. Dave Kadis with that dance cam got everyone going here. You got people flying all over the place now. I don't know what's going on here at Tippin Gymnasium.
Did you count how many backflips I had? Did you count?
Yeah, there were 14.
I had 15.
All right.
All right. I counted 15, but yep. And I'm not even winded. Do you notice that? That's the type of shape I'm in.
It's amazing. And your son Andrew said you've been really working hard.
I am the perfect physical specimen. Nearing 40 years old, and I can get 14 or 15.
Nearing 40.
Jury is still out on how many I had, but.
Well, how about this? We're in the Fun Bank halftime show, so this is why we're having a good time. I still nearing 40. You're not 40 yet.
Yeah. Soon.
Dear God, I feel like am I the only senior citizen on the court?
That is correct. Yes.
Time to take a look at scoring here in the Fun Bank halftime show. Red Bank Chevrolet stats. How do they stack up?
Let's take a look at Karns City first. Leading the way, Tate Bailey with 14 points, including 3 3-pointers, 7 points apiece out of Luke Kramer and Jacob Callahan, 6 points from Shane Peters, a 3-pointer from Luke Kramer in that second quarter as well. The Gremlins are 6 of 9 from the charity stripe for Clarion-Limestone. It's 8 points from Jack Callan, including a couple of 3-pointers, 4 points apiece out of Jace Ferguson and Cohen Kemmer, 3 points from Jack Craig, 2 points out of Jesse Sawicki. The Lions are 2 of 4 from the free throw line, all off the hand of Jack Callan. It was 17-7 at the end of the first quarter, a 17-14 advantage in the second quarter for Karns City. Sets our halftime score of 34-21. Although, Mike, it was a 31-11 ball game. That was the biggest lead of the game for Karns City at 31-21. So a 10-3 advantage in the last 2.5 minutes of that second quarter. It's a little bit bigger deficit than what Clarion-Limestone was facing last night at the latter part of the second quarter, first part of the third, but this was the part of the game that Clarion-Limestone won first to end up winning the entire game. Was that middle 4 minutes, middle 6 minutes, whatever you want to say. They were down 10 to Red Bank and made it, a reasonable deficit to go into the half, and then clawed their way back in the third quarter. They've sort of kind of done the same thing here with a 10-3 run to end the first half. Let's keep our eyes on that.
All right, we're going to take a look here, too. We do want to send our best wishes to Nico Cosma. Of course, he's run camera for us and done all kinds of stuff. Last week, went through some medical issues, and he's on the mend. And we just wanted to tell Nico, hey, we missed you, guy. Can't wait to get you back into the fold here. Hopefully we get you back coming to the playoffs, and we certainly hope all is well with Nico. And sending our prayers.
Mostly because we've had to work with Tyler and Brett the last 2 nights. And when Nico is not on the disabled list, we were able to knock one of those guys out. So it's very helpful. But, with Nico, we wish you the best, bud. Haven't had a chance to work with him a whole lot this year myself. Worked with him a lot last year, but certainly miss having you along here tonight. These KSAC title games and playoffs are always a good time, and miss having you here tonight.
And we also, too, while we are at it, the Karns City cheerleaders and the players all have that number 2, Mason Martin. We keep getting updates on him for Karns City, the quarterback that was injured against Red Bank Valley. We were down there for that game, and certainly something we'll never forget, but we do keep our prayers for him, and hopefully his progress continues to improve. So, again, tip to Mason Martin.
Yeah, thankfully, knock on wood right now, we haven't needed the medical staff too much here tonight other than blood on a uniform, and we saw Bartow go with a little ankle injury earlier on, but that Karns City medical staff, I mean, the lot of discussion about them around that time as well, and the work that they did in that situation. And, it's one of those things that schools in our area and in our county at times have struggled to have trainers even on their staff. And we certainly saw how, critical. It seems almost not like a strong enough word to say how critical it is to have that type of staff on site there, but you're exactly right. It's one of those things that we certainly wish them the best, the family the best as well, and continue to follow those updates, and I'm sure it's something that's always on the minds of those Karns City players.
Well, we're just moments away from the start of the third quarter, so we'll just keep it here. So a 13-point lead for Karns City. We'll wrap up the Fun Bank halftime show. And we'll see if Clarion-Limestone can go to work here.
If you're Clarion-Limestone starting the second half, one of the big decisions and the things that I'm going to be watching for is, do they stay in the full court pressure? It was something that they came out with for the first time to start the second half last night. They went to it a little bit earlier on tonight. Hasn't necessarily created the turnovers that they were looking for here. Do they stay with that to start the third quarter? That's going to be an interesting thing to watch. And then is Tate Bailey going to stay hot? He's KSAC MVP.
Yep.
He had a little off-shooting night to start the game last night, but he still played a phenomenal game. But big points in this one so far from him, 14 at the half. That's going to be interesting to watch as well. And 3 players with 2 fouls, Ferguson, Rankin, and Jack Callan for Clarion-Limestone. Keep an eye on that, Mike.
All right, and do want to let you know, too, Brett reminded me to let everyone know, and it is a good reminder. If you want to check out the all-conference team, that will be at the very end of the video from our first game. So if you go back to YouTube, you can go toward the end of the video after that medal ceremony, and you'll be able to check out the all-conference team, and I think that's really nice. They started that back at volleyball. They brought all the girls out, and nice to see they're doing it here for basketball, too. So Karns City will take the ball to bounce. They lead by 13. Ball comes into Bartow, and we're underway. Third quarter sponsor is Penn State Du Bois, or in Bob's world, it is Dubois. Drive to the hoop. Bailey kicks it to Peters, and now Callahan. Bailey, jump stop, tried to pass it into Peters, lost it, puts up that shot. It's off the mark. He's down on the ground. And we're going to get a Land Pro possession arrow, and we'll go to Clarion-Limestone.
Held ball possession, Clarion-Limestone.
I keep thinking ahead to the District 9 playoffs, which get started this week. And we're going to be all over the place Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, bringing you some of those games. But I just keep thinking, boy, Red Bank Valley that we saw last night, a heck of a basketball team. The 1 seed in 2A, the 3 seed in 2A is these Karns City Gremlins. The 4 seed in 2A is these Clarion-Limestone Lions. What a field we have in the AA bracket this year.
It's going to be a fun one. And here we go. The shot missed by Ferguson, and here comes Karns City. Callahan on the left side, spins around. Up to Bartow. Bartow back in there. He's got that ankle checked out. Shot from the free throw line doesn't go. Callahan was there for the rebound, falls to the ground. That ball loose. Peters kicks it back to Kramer, left side. Shot taken by Bailey is off the mark. Callahan rebound put back. That's no good. How about the putback, though, underneath that time?
Shane Peters.
And Peters, again, back on the board.
I think the part I like most about that whole sequence of events is the officiating crew letting them play. I mean, they're going to let them make some contact with each other as long as it doesn't throw somebody off, give you a competitive advantage, and I like that.
Shot by Craig on the left side, no good. Rebound Ferguson. Ferguson over to Rankin.
His rebound was right on the fingertips of Ferguson, able to corral that one and keep a possession going here for the Lions.
Little runner by Craig, no good, but we're going to get the foul called here. That's going to send Paul Craig up to the line. He's looking for his first points of the ball game.
That runner looked eerily similar
Also number 12, Jacob Callahan.
to the runner that he was able to finish off a three-point play last night in a big fourth quarter comeback for Clarion-Limestone.
Lefty comes up short that time on the shot. Second shot good. It's tough sometimes, too, to defend when you get a left-hander, too. You got to watch.
The body gets just gets so trained to push people to the left side, you know.
Here's Kramer. Takes a dribble. Kramer puts up that shot, little short. Callan saves it, but back to Kramer, and Kramer says, I'll take it.
Luke Kramer.
Kramer nearing the double-digit mark with that bucket. Gives him 9. Great defensive work by Ty Rankin, the first drive in there by Kramer. He played defense with his feet and kept his body. Bumped him a couple of times. They're going to let that go tonight here. And Karns City gets basketball back and forces a turnover there, but, kept the hands out of it. The hand check wasn't there, didn't try to swat at the basketball, and forced a tough shot. Just tough luck for Seattle not to get the board.
Almost came away with a steal. Bailey. Peters. No good. Rebound by Craig. There's Craig racing down, and block foul is going to be called on Kramer that time.
Great positioning from the official there, Mike, and Kramer was there. Kramer was there for a really long time, but as Craig took it to the hoop, he had enough space to the left side of him to step around him. Kramer has to shift his body just a little bit into the line of Craig, and that's why you're going to get that foul called. Makes the first. 4 points now for Jack.
Western Pennsylvania Regional College, our free throw sponsor. That went no good. Right into Bartow's hands. 38-23, 15-point lead here for Karns City. It's been a quiet third so far. Ball underneath. There's Callan. And Callahan's going to be fouled as he went up strong. Foul going to
That's going to go on Ferguson, and it'll be his third.
Yeah.
Foul on number 1, Jace Ferguson.
That's one of those no doubt about it type of foul calls. I mean, got himself up off the ground as the first shot is good.
And at this point, too, Coach Patrick Craig's just going to keep him on that court. Shot good. So, Clarion-Limestone trailing here by 17. Karns City so far been in control. Ball underneath to Craig. Craig kicks it back out. Ferguson with the three-pointer on the way. It's off the side of the rim, no good. Fight for that basketball. Craig gets it right back. Paul Craig shot, no good. Ferguson fighting for it. He'll get the basketball. Jack Craig finds Paul. Ferguson is going to, they're going to call a charge here on Ferguson. Thought he might get called for the travel, too.
That's foul number 4 on Ferguson. And you got to go to the bench at this point. And he will, Coach Pat Craig will go to Sawicki and Kemmer here. Paul Craig will have a seat.
So here we go with 4:28 to go in the quarter.
We've seen that move, steal here by Sawicki. We've seen that move from Ferguson before. Picks the basketball up, kind of tucks it away, almost like a running back. It's a steal for Karns City. Must have seen an arm extension there, something like that from the junior.
Kramer with a deep three-pointer in and out, no good. Rebound Peters and Craig. And we'll have a Land Pro possession arrow held ball. It'll go to Karns City.
Up 17, that might have brought the house down for Karns City and their fans sitting up behind us here as Kramer nearly knocks down the deep three-pointer.
Ball comes into Callahan, and he can bring it in there. You can go behind that half-court line on an inbound. People get all excited.
That's a high IQ basketball play right there.
Yep. Ball underneath, taken away. Rankin. Ahead to Craig. And Callan, drive on the baseline, shots no good. The ball comes out to Kemmer. Kemmer will fire the shot. That's no good. We get a foul in the paint. So
and that's it's going to go against Rankin, I believe, here. And that's a credit to the freshman Cole Johnson for being, I stand corrected. That is Jack Callan, and that's his third.
Media timeout here, 40-23. Karns City leading Clarion-Limestone here in the third. And you're watching Laurel Eye Clinic KSAC Championship Hoops on EYT.
Throughout West Central Pennsylvania, people are losing their glasses. Well, they haven't really lost them. They just don't need them anymore. Thanks to the amazing LASIK surgeons at Laurel Eye Clinic. Call Laurel Eye Clinic and schedule your free consultation.
Well, here we go after that media timeout. 3:39 to go here in the third. Still Karns City with a 17-point advantage.
One of the bigger storylines now being the foul trouble that Clarion-Limestone is in. 4 fouls on Ferguson. He remains on the bench. 3 fouls as Jack Callan just picks up his third before the media timeout. He's still on the floor for the Lions.
Bailey's got to fight. They got to get it across that line, and they do. Boy, it was close. Bartow going up strong. Bartow dumps it off. Peters shot good. 10 in the game for Peters. And we have, boy, we've got all kinds of banging. And Kemmer banging into Bartow. And
lost in all of that was a really nice tip from Callahan.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
He's able to swim. No contact made with his guy on the tip there. Came after that.
Rankin in the paint. Rankin takes it up strong, getting his first 2.
Ty Rankin.
He's had a lot of rebounds.
8-4 advantage in this frame for Karns City, extending what was a 13-point halftime lead.
Have a timeout taken by Karns City here with 2:59. I believe this will just be a 30-second.
It is, yeah. I don't think Callahan liked where he was. Clarion-Limestone looking to trap the corners now. And he had picked up the dribble. He didn't like what he had. And up by 17. Let's not get any opportunity for the momentum to swing, Mike.
Again, at the conclusion of our ball game, we'll have the medal ceremony. We'll have our player of the game. That'll all be coming up. And the KSAC championship plaque will be presented to the winner.
Of course, Red Bank Valley already claiming one of those Keystone Shoreway Athletic Conference championship plaques earlier tonight. The Lady Bulldogs getting the KSAC title.
Yep, 45-30 over Karns City. Bailey's shots, no good. Tipped out. Kemmer's going to get the rebound here. Jack Craig with it. Craig passes out to Kemmer. Kemmer fires the shot. Kemmer's shot's no good. Fight for the ball. Bartow's going to come down with it. Here's Bartow pushing it. Bartow underneath. That's Johnston. Callahan, and Callahan's going to be fouled here. And if that is on Callan, that's number 4.
Fouls on number 32, Jack Callahan. That's his 4th. Team foul number 4.
Callahan up at the line now.
And all eyes go. You see Coach Patrick Craig over there looking down along his assistant coaches over there. He just kind of gave a smirk to them. And
Charlie Hefner reports for Clarion.
Paul Craig checks back in here too.
Guessing the decision is we got it. I mean, you can't leave him in with 4 fouls at this point, and that's the decision that's made there.
Callahan here at the line. That is off the mark. 43-25. Here's Craig. Sawicki to Craig. Foul called here on Bailey up top. This is the 3rd foul here against Karns City in the quarter.
Saw Clarion-Limestone change. They might have a couple of possessions to go, but trying to just get the offense moving a little bit more and get more rotation. They've taken everybody out of the paint. Front of some motion.
Deep 3-pointer, no good. Rebound Bartow. Going to get a foul called on Hepful here, and that is going to put Karns City at the line to shoot 2 here with 2:07.
Charlie Hepful is first.
Seemed like a point of emphasis for this Clarion-Limestone team at the beginning of the game that they were going to go for rebounds. I mean, this is a good rebounding team. Karns City is. They were going to try swatting at a lot of rebounds. It's gotten them in a little bit of trouble recently, picking up some additional fouls here as the first shot is good from Bartow.
That's his first points of the ball game.
Yeah, he was down for a decent chunk of that second quarter. Kind of tweaked an ankle, goes 2 for 2 from the line there. It's good to see him back and seemingly doing all right there. Does have the the brace. Although I'm not going to lie, Mike, I don't remember if that brace was on there to begin with.
There was one on the right foot, not on the left.
All right, there you go.
Well, Craig passes off, dumps it back into Craig. Craig puts it up strong. He's fouled. And Paul Craig's going to go to the line. They're going to get Kramer on this one.
Foul number 4 for
It's going to be his
City.
third.
Kramer, his third. Team foul number 4. Jack Craig at the line for Clarion-Limestone, up 2 shots.
Craig makes the first of this one. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Has a 3-pointer in the first half as well. Peters going to check back into the game
Shane Peters
for Karns City. Kemmer for Clarion-Limestone.
For Clarion-Limestone.
4 fouls on Ferguson, 4 fouls Jack Callan. They're on the bench. Craig makes both. 6 points. The lead is 18 for Karns City.
Ball underneath the Peters. Peters takes it up strong. Doesn't go. Gets his own rebound. He's going to take it up strong again. And we're going to have a travel code on Peters, though.
Yep.
Sometimes you'll see that.
Yeah, a couple of shot fakes there from Peters trying to get people off the ground. It looked like he was trying to look for a dish on the opposite block there, and nothing developed for him. Shuffles the feet to try to create some space, and the turnover back to Clarion-Limestone.
Paul Craig to the right side. Loses the ball out of bounds. A little bump there by Peters. 45-27. 18-point lead here for Karns City. Minute 20 to go here in the third. Bailey across the timeline. Bailey to Callahan. Back to Bailey. Bailey in the paint, dumps it underneath. Shot by Johnston is good. Those are her first. It's his first 2.
Cole Johnston.
Yeah, the freshman talked about it.
In the third quarter. 1 minute.
Not so much as a key to the game, but more of a something I wanted to see in this game with the 2 different freshmen on this team. Paul that starts for CL, Cole Johnson.
Rankin takes it up strong, no basket.
Johnson gets a rebound on this one.
Johnston to Bailey, 36 seconds. Karns City might be content here to back off. We'll see.
Sawicki gets not quite close enough for them to count. Now they do.
Bailey spins around. Foul call. That's going to put Bailey at the line here to shoot 2 with 17 seconds.
You want to talk about balance in this quarter for Karns City. They have 13 points in this quarter, 4-2-2, 3-2 are the totals for this one. And that includes exactly 0 points for the guy at the line right now. Make it 1 point for Tate Bailey. And the second shot goes as well. 16 for Bailey.
Clock rolling down here, 13 seconds. Jack Craig on the right side. Going to kick that up to Paul. Down to 4, 3, down to 2, and a foul called here against Karns City.
Going to get Johnson coming across the arm, I think, Mike.
Yep.
The
Also on number 11, Cole Johnston is first. Team foul number 5. Paul Craig
biggest
at the
lead of the
line.
game right now for Karns City
2
at
shots.
49-27.
Paul gets that one. All of his points coming from the free throw line.
Karns City led 31-11 late in the second quarter, a 20-point lead at that time, but a 10-3 advantage late in the quarter for CL.
And that's the end of the third quarter. We go to quarter number 4. Karns City leads at 49-28. And it is the boys KSAC Championship Laurel Clinic Hoops, all here on the EYT Media Network.
can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kales kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kales, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
All right, here we go. Fourth quarter on the way here. Dubrook is our fourth quarter sponsor. 21-point lead for Karns City. Drive to the hoop. Ferguson basket. Good. Ferguson foul to go to the line for the old time. 3-point play.
Ferguson and Callan sat for the latter part of that third quarter with 4 fouls apiece. Ferguson having picked up his earlier than Callan. But you got to go back to both of them, and Coach Craig does, and Ferguson answers the bell quickly. 7 points now out of the junior Ferguson. And they'll go man press now, it looks like. Clarion-Limestone.
Kramer. Over back. Yep, he had to make, you have to establish yourself in that front court. And Bartow did not do that when the pass came from Kramer.
If you notice, the pace of the game changed a little bit in that third quarter, Mike. 16 free throws in total shot in the third quarter alone. A total of 29 have been shot in the game. 16 of them shot in that quarter, 8 apiece.
Ferguson kicks it over to Callan. Deep shot by Callan. Rattles the cage, doesn't go. Peters rebound. All the way down the court to Callahan. Callahan puts it up strong, no good. Rebound pulled down by Callan. Here comes Clarion-Limestone. Callan. And we're going to have the offensive charge called on Callan up top, and that's going to be it for him.
Fouls on number 32, Jack Callan. That's his 5th personal foul.
So the Lions will be without Callan now the rest of the way.
Hobie Bartow saw it coming. He knew exactly where Callan was going. He knew he was going to have to do something to get around him there. And you don't see a ton of charges out at the perimeter like that either. That's good work from Bartow.
Seen a lot. Paul Craig and Bartow have been barking, and the officials calming them down there a little bit. But, hey, that's what the game's about. You got to talk. Here's Callahan. Out to Peters. Peters, it's going to go to Clarion-Limestone. Good defense on that other side there. Karns City still enjoying this 18-point advantage. 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Glad you could be with us tonight here on EYT. Sawicki kicks it out. Ferguson back out to Sawicki. Craig takes the shot, banks it home. Does Jack Craig. And quickly, and foul's going to be called here on Paul Craig with the push on Bailey. Things getting a little chippy here in the ball game.
His 3rd team foul, number 2.
The officials have already done a very good job with that. It was getting that way a couple of possessions ago, and before they allowed the basketball to be inbound. Had a chat with those.
Steal by Sawicki. Layup, good.
Jesse Sawicki.
That lead back down to 14 now. It had gotten to 22. Clarion-Limestone trying to amp up the pace of this game, and they get yet another turnover. It's Clarion-Limestone basketball.
So here comes CL now, down by 14. They trailed by 21 at 1 point.
Bucket here. Does Keppel think about a timeout, Mike?
Paul Craig, three-pointer, no good. Ball loose. Bartow with the rebound, gives it to Bailey. Working down to about 6:15 to go. Ball to the left side. Kramer fakes. Kramer's shot on the way, no good. Peters with the putback. Foul's going to be called. I think they're going to get Jack Craig on this one.
It's going to be Jack. Just going to be Jack's 2nd. It's on Rankin.
Rankin.
That is on
Didn't
Rankin.
see his hand in there.
Shane Peters at the line for Karns City on 2 shots.
Brett said I saw it the whole time. Peters there with the first free throw.
Peters in double figures. He has 11.
That went off to Mark Ferguson, rebound. He's going to push it 2-on-2. Ferguson, shot, good by Ferguson, good drive.
5 points in the first 2 minutes of this quarter for Ferguson.
CL down by a 13-point margin now. Ball into the paint, taken away by Rankin. Ahead to Ferguson. Ferguson, jump stop, shot, no good. Comes back out to Rankin, shot good by Rankin.
Ty Rankin.
It is an 11-point ball game now. The Lions trailed by 21. They now trail by 11.
Fouls on Sawicki. It'll be his first.
Foul number 4, Jesse Sawicki is second.
Correction, that is his second. And already 14 fouls against Clarion-Limestone. Coach Keppel in Karns City is going to take a timeout.
I think that's wise for Keppel here. It's just a 30-second timeout. I want to thank Gatesman Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning for our timeouts. 782-3280, the number for them. But, boy, I'll tell you what, Clarion-Limestone starting to put things together here, and they're dangerous when they get on a roll like that. Down by 11.
This Clarion-Limestone team just, we talked about it last night, it's the believe factor is what it comes down to at times. Since that 3-7 start, it is a belief that we are going to win basketball games. They probably should have won the game that they lost late in the season against Mercer, the only loss in the last 13 games for them. They played Otto Eldred in there, another one of those 2A teams there, the number 2 seed in that 2A bracket. Rematch of last year's 2A championship game and won that one. It's just a team that believes that they can come back from whatever deficit you put them in.
Bailey kicks it up top to Bartow, now to Kemmer.
One thing for Karns City, even if you break the pressure, get in transition, unless you have the open look, and it's not time to run clock by any means, but don't force anything if you're Karns City.
Kramer lost the ball. We're going to get a foul here, a hold called.
And they're already shooting. That is foul number 5 on Clarion-Limestone.
Fouls on number 1, Jace Ferguson. That's his 5th personal foul.
Oh, so Ferguson's out now, too. So the Lions are going to have to play 5 minutes and 13 seconds without 2 of their top ball players.
Luke Kramer at the line for Karns City on 2 shots.
This is that first one. You know, though, stranger things have happened. Karns City in control here, but you never know. You get a few guys off the bench, a little motivated. Ball off the mark. There's Sawicki, and Sawicki's played hard, too. Oh, we get a tie-up, and that Lampro possession error.
Karns City ball.
Yep, goes to KC.
Possession, Karns City.
Mike, the biggest lead of the game for Karns City was 49-27 in that third quarter. A 12-1 run that Clarion-Limestone is on right now. Certainly wish that they could have kept possession of that one there. Unable to do so. Karns City needs to stop the bleeding.
Peters is going to be fouled in the paint. So 5 minutes to go here, and Callahan will be up there.
That's his first.
Thought that was Peters going up with a shot, but Callahan in there.
Karns City up 2 shots.
Fouls have been a big story for Clarion-Limestone in this one. So you might be thinking, well, what about Jack Craig? Does he have any? That's just his first. So nothing notable there. Keep in mind, Karns City shooting 2 on every foul except for player control fouls the rest of the way home.
Oh, Sawicki gets that ball. Good job by him ahead. Here's Paul Craig. Bodies all over. Shots off the mark. Fight for the basketball. Rejected by Peters.
And
wow.
Peters just swats it away and wipes off the face and says, all right, let's play. Let's go. I love his demeanor on the court.
Yep.
I just plays the game, plays it well. He's a tough guy to battle inside, and then he goes back and it's like, all right, let's go to work again, folks.
Kemmer driving, has it knocked away, and that's on Kramer. He's got to be getting close here.
That's foul number 4 on Luke Kramer.
Foul number 12, Jacob Callahan is third.
Well, had it been on Kramer,
Right.
it would have been foul number 4.
Well,
I can at least tell you that much.
From my vantage point, it looked like Kramer.
It's on Callahan instead. It's his second.
Okay.
2 team fouls in Karns City for quarter 4.
Craig kicks it out here to Craig. Paul Craig shot. Nails the three-pointer. 9-point ball game now. 4:28 to go.
14-1 advantage in this quarter alone, Michael.
Here comes Clarion-Limestone. Driving. And we're going to have the block foul called on Bartow.
And I think that's the right call, too, there, Mike. It's the same thing that we saw a little bit earlier. Same exact situation. There's a lot of open space on the court. The ball handler was able to work around him a little bit. He was planted there for a really long time. But when you have to shift, and we have a foul on the inbound.
It's going to go on Paul Craig.
23 for Clarion-Limestone. Paul Craig, that's his 4th.
Trying to create space. And good work by the official there. The official that called that one, Roger Walter, not only signaled the foul, but then also gave the indication of like, hey, this is what I saw. And he gave the extended arm. And when you communicate there, and a hard foul from Sawicki is going to put Callahan at the line for Karns City.
Callahan 0 of 4 in his last 4 free throws. Is that what you have?
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Callahan at the line for Karns City.
Karns City is.
We'll get that one.
2 of 7 from the free throw line in this quarter alone. We had 16 free throws in the third quarter between the two teams. We're already at 9 free throws between the two teams there. Callahan at 12, Mike.
Rankin driving. Rankin puts up the shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Peters. Peters fires that ball to Bartow. Triple team.
Those last 2 possessions, the turnover
Bailey
on
right
the offensive
side.
foul, and then the missed shot there. 2 big ones after Clarion-Limestone got it down to a 9-point game.
Timeout's going to be taken. It'll be a full timeout. 3:51 to go here in the 4th. 52-41 is our score. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops. It's the KSAC Championships on EYT. We still have the media.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than ShopTeamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at ShopTeamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. ShopTeamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
Right here at Tippin Gymnasium after the timeout here by Karns City, 52-41.
We talked about Karns City in the pregame show hanging on to beat Clarion last night, scoring just 1 field goal and making 2 free throws. Quarter number 4, Michael, 3 of 8 from the free throw line. That's it for the scoring for the Gremlins in quarter 4.
Getting the ball there but falling out of bounds. So we're going to have the media timeout now. 3:49 to go in the 4th. 52-41 is where the score is. And you're watching Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops right here on the EYT Media Network.
Are you a therapist who wants to make a difference? Do you want to help children and families who are struggling with serious behavioral problems? MHY Family Services is looking for therapists to join our new multisystemic therapy psychiatric team. Multisystemic therapy psychiatric is an evidence-based in-home intensive treatment approach that addresses the multiple factors that contribute to a child's behavioral problems. With this treatment, you can help children and families change their lives for the better. We are looking for passionate therapists to join our team. Apply now and become a part of the supportive and dynamic culture at MHY Family Services.
Best of luck to all our area basketball teams from your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at ClarionAuto.com.
What college is seen as and how college works is changing. Students are concerned with debt.
Through scholarships and grants, I didn't pay anything last year. They even paid for my books. You can't beat it. Like, why would I say no to that?
Here we go back to action after the timeout. Karns City with it. We got a foul called on the sideline. And they're going to call that.
Foul shot number 40 for Clarion-Limestone. Colton Kemmer is second.
So Kemmer's getting called here, and up to the line is Callahan.
At the line for Clarion for Karns City.
After these two free throws from Callahan, this will make it 27 free throw attempts in the second half for these two teams combined. Keep in mind, Karns City has 4 points, only 4 points in this quarter. Now 5 points, all 5 from the charity stripe there, 5 of 10.
Kemmer, left side. Craig steps back, three-pointer on the way, short of the mark. Bartow's going to put it off of Craig and out of bounds.
And don't get me wrong, when I say they're 5 of 10, it sounds like I'm taking a shot at them offensively and an inability to score here, but it hasn't necessarily been that way. Clarion-Limestone has played a very physical, high-pressure, man, full-court pressure. There have been a lot of fouls. They have gone to the line.
Callahan underneath the Peters. We're going to get the foul called up top here. Who is it? Again, called on Kemmer.
40 for Clarion-Limestone.
3:25 to go here, 54-41.
Kemmer's third.
Callahan.
There are a lot of marks. How about Callahan at the free throw line again? He's now, 5 of 7 from the free throw line in quarter 4. His 4th trip to the stripe.
Ball tipped. Bailey. He'll be fouled.
And another trip to the line for the Gremlins.
Bailey, 2 of 2 from the free throw line here.
Number 4 for Clarion-Limestone. Jesse Swicki, his 4th.
If you're just tuning in and wondering, where's Colin? Where's Ferguson? Ferguson fouls out at the 5:13 mark of quarter 4. Colin disqualified at the 7:19 mark of the 4th quarter.
Check it in here is Reese Runyon. Second shot no good by Bailey.
But a rebound to put back by Peters. It's off the mark.
Yep, Rankin gets the rebound. Here's Craig. Paul, and the charge is going to be called on Paul.
Fouls on number 33. Craig.
That one's Jack Craig getting whistled for this one. It's going to be his second.
Ball comes into Bailey. Bailey, we're going to ring this foul up on Paul Craig now.
Fouls on number 23, Paul Craig. That's his 5th personal foul.
And he'll be taking a seat. Bailey with a couple free throws as Kemmer's going to come back in.
Bailey with 14 points in the first half, Mike, 8 in the first quarter. He had 2 free throws in the third quarter. Missed the 2 on his last trip. He's back here. And he gets point number 17.
Yep.
This is the numbers of this are just becoming amazing. 16 free throws after this one from Bailey, and he misses 16 attempted free throws for Karns City in this 4th quarter.
Jack Craig into the lane, gets the layup. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Got his own rebound, lost the ball, and Kramer was there. Here's Bartow. Cross to Callahan, 2:45 to go. Callahan kicks it out to the corner to Johnston. And Johnston thought Callahan was going to cut, but Callahan's able to get that ball before it goes out of bounds. And they'll take a quick timeout here. Not sure what this is. Should be it's a full. All right, so 2:31 to go here in the ball game. 56-41, Karns City leads in this championship game, and we'll take a timeout. You're watching Laurel Eye Clinic championship basketball here on EYT.
Looking for a new Bobcat tractor? Northeastern Equipment Sales and Rentals has inventory on the lot, ready to be loaded up so you can get to work on tough jobs. Check out Bobcat of Clarion at 1214 East Main Street in Clarion.
All right, so we have the timeout, 2:31 here. Karns City using the timeout. Kramer to take the ball out of bounds, comes into Callahan. Callahan going to bring it back up top to Bailey. And now they'll work it here with 2:22. Ritzert back to Bartow.
Karns City now 20 of 33 from the free throw line in this game.
Jack Callahan called for the foul here with 2:05 to go. 15-point lead for Karns City, and guess who's at the line again?
Also number
It's
33,
Callahan.
Jack Craig.
Jack Craig picks up his third.
Well, one thing about Callahan, he doesn't have to work on free throws in practice.
Nope. Nope. He is now 6 of 9. He'll be shooting his 10th in this quarter alone. That's not the total, Mike. That's just in this quarter. They get 7 of 10.
Kemmer to Sawicki. Sawicki puts up the shot. Nice runner by Sawicki across the middle of the paint.
Jesse Sawicki.
Going to be Karns City ball. Sawicki shaken up a little bit. And they'll come to their respective sidelines. Of course, we'll have the ceremony coming up for the championship and the runner-up and our player of the game announcement as well with that plaque. Sawicki favoring that right ankle there. Hopefully everything's all right with him. So 58-43 is where the score is here.
Mike, 13 of 17 from the free throw line. Jacob Callahan in this game. 13 of 17. A lot of basketball games where, you know, that 17 number is your total number of free throws that were taken in a game for a team. 13 of 17. The thing is, are there a couple of fouls that could be argued maybe in this fourth quarter on Clarion-Limestone, but a lot of it has been reasonable calls that just very physical style of defense from Clarion-Limestone. I think that was their chance to win this basketball game.
And the basket that time as Hepful gets a couple of points here for Clarion-Limestone.
And Limestone will keep
29.
the full court pressure on here.
Minute 25.
Clarion-Limestone foul-wise, and yet another one here is going to put Tate Bailey to the line to shoot 2. At the 7:19 mark in the fourth quarter, Jack Callan was disqualified with his 5th foul. 5 fouls on Jace Ferguson at the 5:13 mark. Paul Craig fouls out at the 3:03 mark. And now Ty Rankin at the 1:21 mark of the fourth quarter is also disqualified with his 5th personal foul.
Aaron Milliron on for Rankin. Bailey hits the first.
Puts Bailey at 20, at least according to my totals.
And nails the second.
He had the only field goal, too, in this quarter, too. How about that back-to-back night for Karns City, and now Clarion-Limestone going to the line. Just their second trip to the line in this quarter. Michael?
Callahan's going to be called for the foul.
2 nights in a row for Karns City. getting just one field goal in the fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the conclusion of the game, we'll have our awards ceremony.
Craig gets that first one.
Player of the game.
And the second one good too.
Etc. Puts Jack Craig into double digits at 10 points for the night.
15-point lead here for Karns City.
Leading scorer for Clarion-Limestone is Craig.
They spread things up. Bartow's going to work it. Ball stolen away. Saved, though, and into the hands of Callahan. There's Ritzert now. And now you just want to hold that ball on the backside. But Kramer's going to get the basket, though. He was wide open, got the cut.
A timeout taken by Clarion-Limestone. I think that's just a substitution timeout. That's all that is. As Smith and Bracken will check into the game. Clarion-Limestone. And Karns City will go to their bench as well.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys here coming in. All right, Soak, so with 42 seconds, Karns City is going to be the KSAC champion, but next week we got playoffs coming your way. Playoffs? That's right. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Here's the ball, comes down. And Milliron's going to be fouled here hard. And Milliron will be helped up. And getting that foul, was that Boer, number 13? It was, and they're just making sure that he's all right.
Also number 13, Griffin Boer is first.
And
they're going to call that an intentional. And Milliron will get a chance to shoot, and then CL will get the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Mike, at this point in a basketball game, 17 points, 39 seconds left. You like playing hard, but there's got to be a point where you got to call the dogs off. I mean, at some point, you allow that to happen. Allow that field goal to go.
Yep.
Allow that layup to happen, get the basketball back, and get down on offense there.
And Miller does a nice job to get that second one. Gets him in the scorebook. CL will have the ball underneath their hoop here. CL will inbound here. Ball will come in up top. Milliron kicks it out. Kemmer with the shot. It's off the mark. And we're going to call over the foul here.
Yep, it's going to go. City. Yeah, it's going to go against Brendan Bracken.
Foul number 13 for Karns City.
Foul number 74 for this game, Michael.
His second.
It's something. Up at the line, shooting here will be Brendan Bracken.
Line for Clarion-Limestone on 2 shots.
First shot is up and off the front of the rim.
This has been a very, very strange fourth quarter. Just no flow to it.
Nope. Shots on the way. That one no good. Ball tipped, and it's Boer with the rebound. Bringing it across the timeline is Jones. Jones over to Harmon. Out of the corner. Farron is going to lose that ball out of bounds. 19 seconds.
Well, in the craziness of this fourth quarter, Karns City Gremlins are going to come away with the Keystone Shoreway Athletic Conference Championship game. Get a little momentum, swinging their way into the District 9 2A playoffs, which is going to be a really fun field to watch.
And that's going to be your ball game, as Harmon's just going to hold on to the basketball. Final score, 64-48.
Final score, Karns City 64.
As Karns City led in each quarter. We'll hold it right here for a second. We'll have the medal presentations and then our player of the game. That's all coming up here. And the teams now shaking hands, finishing all that up. Dustin working hard over there, totaling things up. Good. I guess I should do that too, make sure you're honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the awards ceremony momentarily here. We ask you at the end of the awards ceremony, please stay off the courts. We will be immediately setting up for wrestling tomorrow morning. And we'll be taking out the mats.
So we're going to get ready for stuff here, so
stay off the court
having people
after
stay off the
awards
court.
ceremony.
And we hear the music starting, and we'll get the.
Introducing
Here we go.
the second place team, Clarion-Limestone Lions. Number 1, Jace Ferguson. Number 2, Reese Runyon. Number 3, Aiden Wilson. Number 4, Jesse Sawicki. Number 5, Charlie Hempel. Number 10, Cohen Smith. Number 11, Bryce Miller. Number 12, Campbell Smith. Number 13, Kevin Mumford. Number 14, Aaron Miller. Number 23, Paul Craig. Number 24, Ty Rankin. Number 32, Jack Craig. Number 33, Jack Craig. Number 32, Jack Callan. Number 34, Brendan Bracken. Number 40, Cohen Kemmer. Number 41, Brant Parker. And number 42, Jacob Doherty. Head coach Patrick Kegg, assistant coaches Joe Ferguson, Cameron Kirkland, assistant coach Ross Muncie, and assistant coach Noah Rankin. Your second place runner-up, Clarion-Limestone boys. See you in the playoffs. Now your KSAC champions, Karns City, number 00, Colson Richard. Number 1, Hobie Bartow. Number 2, Tate Bailey. Number 3, Jacob Jones. Number 4, Luke Kramer. Number 10, Brennan Harmon. Number 11, Cole Johnston. Number 12, Jacob Callahan. Number 13, Griffin Boer. Number 22, Owen Kaufman. Number 23, Colton Christie. Number 33, Bryce Gallen. Number 42, Carter Farron. Number 54, Trevor Rombaugh. And finally, number 55, Shane Peters. Head coach Zach Keppel, assistant coach Dave Marco, athletic trainer John Burnett, principals Mike Steinmack and Brendan Knoll, athletic director Josh Williams, and superintendent Dr. Eric Ritzer. Ladies and gentlemen, your KSAC champion, Karns City boys. Now it's time for the player of the game. That honor goes to number 2, Tate Bailey. exploreClarion's player of the game. And now the KSAC president, Ronnie Harder, will present the championship plaque to the Karns City boys. Congratulations, gentlemen. See you in the playoffs.
All right, there we go, the presentations. And we are in the Clarion County Community Bank postgame show here on the EYT Media Network. Get things wrapped up here. And
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the
first of all, we'll take a look at the Red Bank Chevrolet stats in this one. And Karns City winning this one 64-48. Boy, I'll tell you what, I was totaling things too. That was more free throws, I think, that I've counted in a long time.
All I know is it smells here because you had to take your shoes off just to get these totaled up here. Let's take a quick look at them so we get out of the way for them to set up for wrestling tomorrow morning. We'll start with Karns City here, Michael. 21 points out of Tate Bailey, our Hager Paving player of the game. You heard that just announced. 17 points from Jacob Callahan. 11 points apiece out of Luke Kramer and Shane Peters. 2 points from Hobie Bartow and Cole Johnson in this one. Three 3-pointers for Tate Bailey and a 3-pointer for Luke Kramer in this one. Karns City in total 24 of 37 from the free throw line. Insane numbers there. That includes 11 of 20 from the charity stripe in the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Clarion-Limestone, leading the way with 10 points was Jack Craig. 9 points out of Jace Ferguson. He fouled out at the 5:13 mark of the fourth quarter and was in quite a bit of foul trouble throughout the game. Jack Callan had 8. 6 points out of Jesse Sawicki. 5 points from Paul Craig. 4 points apiece out of Ty Rankin and Cohen Kemmer. 2 points from Charlie Hepful. And a free throw made late in the game by Aaron Milliron totals our scoring for Clarion-Limestone. 2 3-pointers out of Jack Callan, a 3-pointer from Paul Craig, and from Jack Craig as well. Clarion-Limestone, 11 of 19. That's a lot of free throws, too. 11 of 19 from the free throw line as well. In total, Michael, 56 free throws shot in this game for these two teams.
Well, as we said, they don't need to practice this week on free throws because they certainly did it here leading into the playoffs next week. Hager Paving player of the ball game. It was kind of down through here. We were all thumb wrestling and all that stuff, but it was pretty easy. It was Bailey with the player of the game, Tate Bailey.
Callahan started totaling up some points there, too, in the fourth quarter, and credit to him. He got himself to the free throw line, and he was 13 of 17 himself from the free throw line. Had a couple of buckets as well to get him to 17 points, but interesting ball game in that one. Congratulations to the Karns City Gremlins, your 2024 Keystone Shortway Athletic Conference champions.
And also, congrats to Red Bank Valley, a winner tonight over Karns City in girls 45-30. That was the final score there. So we're going to wrap things up here from Tippin Gymnasium. We got a lot of playoffs coming your way next week. We're going to be in action on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we're going to be busy, and hopefully you can join us for all of that. Also, that Main Street Sports Show brought to you by Red Bank Chevrolet. That'll be from North Clarion High School on Thursday before the playoff game. And Mike Brown will be our special guest for that one. And again, want to thank my partner, Dustin Kifer, Brett English over there on the computer, doing a fantastic job as always. Earlier, I want to thank Lexus 20-2 for the girls' game. Again, this is Mike Kalinowski bidding you a pleasant good night from Tippin Gymnasium. Karns City, your boys champion. Red Bank Valley, the girls champion. Playoffs next week. You're watching all these great hoops. Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops on the area's #1 place for sports. It's the EYT Media Network. Good night, folks. We'll see you next week.
We are bringing college to rural Pennsylvania. We're helping people that didn't have a college option before. And the way we do that is through dedicated faculty and student services team and through technology, so that people that didn't have that option before now have that option.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.